And that movie is not necessarily a slam dunk, so maybe she needed a little bit of promotion there.
Yeah, she probably did.
Oh, and by the way, we were trying to find out if maybe a James Bond movie was coming out, and it turns out that the latest James Bond movie was canceled. However, there will be a new James Bond video game with all the actors are doing all the voices, etc. So that the Russian spy.
Well, there's
story
also going to be
helps.
another Jason Bourne movie.
Oh, of course.
That's the script's been written and approved apparently, and the same guy who wrote the other Bourne movies, and who curiously did the Michael Clayton movie. Anyway, this guy's got the fourth movie out, and that'll probably pick up the slack because it's a spy kind of. But he's like a consultant, if you think about it.
Totally.
Maybe he sets up shop. Maybe the fourth Bourne movie actually sets up shop as an accountancy.
So as we start to move into the end of this first hour, Columbia President Lee Bollinger is joining, as this article states, the drumbeat of those proposing to fix the news. And on July 14th, in a Wall Street Journal op-ed, Bollinger says, hey, we really need to do it now. And you can just watch out for this, because we're going to have a media czar in Washington very, very soon. I'm not sure who it's going to be. And it would be funny if it was Rupert Murdoch, because that would only solidify my assertion
he wouldn't take the job.
That the Democrats run Fox.
It's funny, but he wouldn't take the job. Anyway.
So he envisions the future of American journalism as a mixed system. Part public, part private. Because, what is the quote here? We can trusting the market alone to provide all the news coverage we need would mean venturing into the unknown, a risky proposition with a vital public institution hanging in the balance. This is the biggest crock I've ever.
Double speak.
Well, of course it is, but this is the guy. It's a Columbia University. This is a professor. Trusting the market alone to provide all the news coverage we need.
Yeah, well, Columbia's done everything they can to screw up journalism in this country, and I suppose why would they stop now?
But isn't the Columbia School of Journalism
it's the number one school of journalism in the country.
So you watch. We will have a media czar. Obama will create this position, and we're going to have the absolute Ministry of Truth. It's really happening, and we're still kind of laughing about it. Double speak, 1984, Orwellian, but it's actually happening. And well, yes, you predict riots, but everyone's just sitting there, aspartamed and fluoridated into submission.
Ooh, I like aspartamed
and fluoridated into submission. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever, media czar, yeah, that's good. So if
with or without the aspartame, that's the way they're going to react.
There was a report about aspartame. Where was it? This was really crazy. This whole aspartame. If you don't know the history, you can hunt around for it. But aspartame essentially, I think the company was a part of Monsanto before it spun out.
I'm not sure of that.
I believe it was. But then Donald Rumsfeld was the CEO of the company that made aspartame. They were rejected by the FDA 3 or 4 times. They tried to get aspartame approved. And then when Bush came in, Bush Sr., and appointed Rumsfeld into his cabinet, all of a sudden, aspartame's approved. So researchers...
Monsanto in 1984 bought G.D. Surly, and the aspartame business became a separate Monsanto subsidy, you're right.
Okay.
The NutraSweet company.
So let me just...
It sold it to J.W. Childs in the year 2000.
So the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition concluded that pregnant women who drink a liter of light soda or lemonade a day that has aspartame in it have a 78% increased risk of giving birth prematurely before the 37th week of pregnancy. 78%.
That's ridiculous.
Pregnant women who drink...
This stuff should be taken off the market for that reason alone.
Pregnant women who drink just one glass of light products daily have a 38% increased risk of premature birth. There's also all kinds of other studies about it lowering testosterone in men, which would explain why you and I are so gay, John.
Hello.
Hey, you cracked up the room here.
If
but this shit is in everything.
Otherwise, I sound like a soprano. Yeah,
but this shit is in everything. It's in.
Yeah, no, that's got to go.
It's really, really, and this is just one study, but yeah, this seems like a pretty serious one. So here it is. It was approved in 74, in the EU in 1994, and they keep doing these studies, and you know, everyone knows it's bad, but it's just like, shut up, slave. Just eat your aspartame.
Drink water.
Yeah, but fluoridate yourself. Oh, hold on. Somewhere we have.
My best part of waking up is fluoride in my cup.
So anyway, yeah, okay, we're all doomed.
If you want the real truth, as far as we can tell, and we certainly are no real journalists, but we do help a lot of people pick apart what's going on in the news.
We help you see things differently. Before we go into our pitch, might as well play an advertisement segue that cracked up the family when we saw it. This is essentially, there's a new show on MSNBC, or new, it's been on for a while. It's actually quite fascinating there's two shows that are running on CNBC or MSNBC on the off hours. One of them is the American Greed, which is an outstanding thing to watch.
That's on MSNBC, I think.
I think that's on CNBC.
Oh, okay.
But whatever. It's the same company. And the other one is Lockup.
Yes, I've seen that one as well, yeah. Of jail.
But anyway, here's a segue of some crazy, they're talking to some crazy women, and the segue ends the Lockup thing and goes into a Lipitor commercial, but it's just too funny the way they juxtapose the outro to the intro.
Well, a lot of people don't like cops, especially inmates.
Coming up.
Since I've been in here, I found out two of my friends who died of heroin overdose.
An inmate on Maricopa's female chain gang gets a wake-up call.
A few years ago, I got a wake-up call. A heart attack at 57.
This is no coincidence, by the way. This is not a wake-up call. This is not
I got a wake-up call. You got a wake-up call. I got a wake-up call.
This is no coincidence. And the funny thing is, so you're there with your family. Was this when you were up north? When you guys saw this?
No, it was just like a couple of days ago.
So, but you know,
everybody's here.
But what's so nice about it is when the whole family listens to No Agenda, then you can all kind of have these little private moments and laugh when this stuff happens, and it does bring your family closer together.
Well, in a cynical way.
Yeah, but still, we're uniters, John. We're uniters. We're uniters. We bring people closer together. So, so you're going to get your media czar, and your Ministry of Truth will tell you what's right and what's wrong, and you'll get a wake-up call, all right.
Yeah,
but
I got a wake-up call. You get a wake-up call.
You're going to get a wake-up call, and we'd appreciate it if you supported this show. Hopefully, to a higher level than we received for today.
Yeah, that was it. It was a terrible week, and I wish people would realize that they have to step up their game a little bit. We did get some people that donated, contributed. Felix Schudel, who's contributed before from Zurich, $100, and Claudia Gerber, who's also contributed before from Lisbon, Ohio, $100. Ed Chavez, who is contributed before, and he gave us from New York City, 6610, another pair of rocks on the dime for his publishing company, Vertical Inc. Will be at the San Diego Comic-Con next week. Anybody going there can go take a look and support the morning comics competition. That's Ed Chavez. Jay Pickard, Port St. Lucie, Florida, double nickels on the dime.
Here we go.
It's a birthday on No Agenda.
Actually, we can do these two back to back.
The other one is Margie Lou Colliar from Wenatchee.
So Jay says, "Dear Crack and Buzz, or Buzz and Crack, this donation's for Ma Bird, who's celebrating her 3rd or 4th 39th birthday on the 18th. Happy birthday from Jay Bird and Cindy, and thanks, guys, for all your good work." And then Margie Lou Colliar, "My husband, Kevin Colliar, is turning 30 this Sunday, the 18th of July. I'd like to send him my love and wish him a happy birthday in the morning. Check out his website, kevin.colliar, COLYAR.net. Thank you very much.